you. A very good evening to all of you. 各位亲爱的同胞们，大家晚上好。好。Before I start today, it is only proper that I wish everyone here a happy New Year. 在这里，小弟要恭祝大家新年快乐，万事如意。And also, I'd like to thank everyone here for making time to attend our dinner tonight. Especially Chinese New Year celebration is only around the corner, and this is the last Saturday night before the Chinese New Year. So your support for us here by your presence alone is very encouraging. Thank you very much. And for the volunteers tonight, as the chairman of Sarawak DAP, I'd like to express my sincere thanks to all of you. You are the agent of Impian Sarawak, Impian Sabah. You are the one who make this Sarawak dream, Sabah dream a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, as a person coming from Sarawak, I think I'd like to share with you some of the political development in Sarawak of late. I think all of you know about our famous or infamous Chief Minister, not the one from Petaling, the Chief Minister from Sarawak. Recently, they are in the political circle. The talks are that he is going to retire. But to be promoted or to be appointed the PYT, the governor of Sarawak. I don't know whether that is true or not. But this talk came about because few months ago, our PYT's tenure expired. And the current PYT was renewed his tenure for 3 months only. 3 months only. Normally it's a tenure of 1 year or 2 years, but this one very special, 3 months only. So that's why everybody was talking about time may be the next PYT, the governor of Sarawak. That may cause some problem, you know why? For the past 2-3 elections in Sarawak, be it general elections or state elections, our campaign is very simple. 投人脸就是投白毛就好了。A vote for SUPP candidate and a vote for SUPP is a vote for Thai. And okay, we don't have to talk anymore. And everybody will not vote for them already. That is how the scenario is in Sarawak. As long as a vote for BN is a vote for Thai Mahmud, and everybody will not vote for him already. They will not vote for BN. Of course, that confined to the urban area. That's why we sweep almost clean sweep the urban areas, Kuching, Sibu, Bintulu, Miri. These 4 big cities in Sarawak. But if he is appointed as a PYT, that campaign slogan may not be able to work. But anyway, I have great reservation for the appointment of Thai Mahmud as the governor of Sarawak. I have spoken about it 2 days ago. He is still currently under investigation by MACC, Malaysia Anti-Corruption Commission. Imagine a person who is under investigation of MACC, a special task force is set up just to investigate on him. It has never happened in the history of Malaysia. It has never happened in the history of MACC. But that has happened to Thai Mahmud. A special task force is set up. And And yet, this person is a likely candidate of the head of state of Sarawak. So if that became a reality, I don't know how to hold my head up to say that I'm a Sarawakian, having a governor who is under investigation by MPBJ. But ladies and gentlemen, be it whether I will continue to be the CM or he will retire and become the TYT. But I think the issues now among the urban folks, the issue now is beyond time. Even in Sarawak, it's beyond time. It is the issue about our pocket. I believe this year, as the Chinese New Year is approaching, many of us here feel the pinch, feel the hardship of price hike, of inflation. So much so that Najee has to eat kangkong. I don't know whether tonight we have kangkong for all of you, but it will be great if we have kangkong and instead of no sun, we no sun kangkong. Whether the special branch is going to arrest all of us here for investigation for eating kangkong, I don't know, but I don't think they are that silly. But ladies and gentlemen, having cracked the joke of kangkong, but what is affecting us all now, is our pocket. Despite Barisan National telling the traders don't take opportunity to increase price. But what the government is doing now, the government itself is the source, is the culprit for all the price hike. In West Malaysia here, I believe, coal hike, electricity hike, assessment rate hike, petrol hike, diesel hike, all this, and the multiplier effect, and all these are eating into our pocket every day. That's why all the more I feel very thankful and grateful to all of you here. Despite the present economic situation, all the price hike affecting all of us here, but you are still here together with DAP. Thank you very much. I can assure you, my friends, from Petaling Jaya, from Selangor, all your donation will put into good use. We are facing a Sarawak election at most 2 years' time. And Sarawak election is important, although I would not want to boast about taking over Sarawak state government now. I don't think that is a very high possibility. But I believe to deny the Barisan National Sarawak of its 2/3 majority in the Sarawak State Assembly is a possibility. We have 71 seats in Sarawak State Assembly. 15 seats are now held by Pakatan Rakyat, DAP 12, PKR 3. And there are 2 more seats held by Sarawak Workers' Party, which has turned into Pakatan Rakyat Friendly. So all in, we have 17 seats. Out of 71 seats, to deny them 2/3, we only need to win 24. 24 is an addition of 7. With all your support here, with all the hard work from the agent Impian Sarawak, Impian Sabah, I believe to capture additional 7 seats Angkatan Raya would be able to capture Putra Jaya. So that's your job, to see to it that we can hold on, we can capture the 47 additional 7 seats. It's also our job, more importantly, to campaign hard, to work hard, and then I can assure you and I promise you tonight, we'll work hard till the next state election to capture the 7 additional seats in Sarawak Assembly. Lastly, once again, I wish everybody Happy New Year and many good returns. Thank you very much.
Thank you, MC, and good evening to everybody. When we join, I will not be able to say something like we did just now without but anyway, I'm so grateful that I'm able to attend here this function this evening together with my colleague from Sabah, Webi Junbong, the Vikas Assemblyman. They're two of us here to say thank you to everybody for thinking about Sabah, thinking about Sarawak, and also in a program called Indian Sabah and Indian Sarawak. Ladies and gentlemen, when we Sabah or North Borneo wanted to join together with the other states or other countries like Malaya, Sarawak, and Singapore to form Malaysia, there were only 600,000 people in Sabah and 45% of them were actually native non-Muslim. We call it non-Muslim Muslims. 45%. And we had another 10-50% of the Chinese at the time were actually non-Muslim. But as you can see now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem in Sabah because of the number of pendatang MPBJ, PTI. We were in Malaysia because we believe in the federal constitution. That is the strength of the reason why we were in Malaysia. The federal constitution and also the 20 points. And not only that, we even have Batu Sumpah in Keningau, where the natives swore allegiance to Malaysia if the culture, the religion, and also the land is administered by Sabah himself. But these are not working now in Sabah, ladies and gentlemen. So in the 1970s, we have DAP, Saudara Lepisian. He used to come to Sabah. And you know, at one time he was actually put on a wheelchair and sent back to West Malaysia. They put him back in the airplane and sent him back to West Malaysia. They don't want him in Sabah. And one of the things that Saudara Lepisian said when he was in Sabah is, he warned Sabah, he warned us that there will be a big problem about the illegal immigrant in Sabah. And at that time, there was only 140,000 of them. And this warning, we did not listen to him. And this is what happened when we don't listen to people who give good advice. We are now swamped with illegal immigrants who are now, we call it IMF or instant Malaysian. Instant Malaysian. And they are not only in Sabah, they are moving to West Malaysia, causing a lot of problems for all of us. So this is the byproduct of things, of advice not listened by the people. But what can we do now? What can we do now? So, the Karasan people are basically, I'm a Karasan, I'm a Christian. And I think just for the information of the function this evening, I am very fortunate that I am with DAP and I'm the first Karasan to be with the DAP and winning a seat in Japan. So there is a voice for Karasan. There is a voice for Karasan Negeri Sabah in the Dewan Tangan Negeri through DAP. So we hope that we will increase this more. As you can see in Indian Sabah, what are we doing through Indian Sabah? We are actually looking at possibilities of increasing the number of representatives from the Karasan and the native through program of Indian Sabah, opening eyes, but awakening them from the slumber and in now. So we want them to rise up and change so that everybody, not only in Sabah, but also in Malaysia, we will see a better Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, Sabah became a fixed deposit, and we are very proud of it. Barisan Nasional is proud to say that we are fixed deposit, and I'm not happy with politics. But what can I do? First, there is these illegal immigrants who are now voters. There is gerrymandering. They have already carved out all areas so that they will win. But if you look properly into this, there are possibility that we can still win. We can still win because when I calculated the number of seats, we have 60 state seats in Sabah. There's a possibility that we can still win 32 seats if the natives and the Chinese join together as they did when they destroyed Asno government, when they destroyed Jaya government, they were together, and this time round we can still do it. But what the government, Barisan Nasional Government of Sabah is doing is to make sure native people will remain poor. This is our problem, ladies and gentlemen. We are poor people. Even the World Bank said Sabah is the poorest in Malaysia. And the poor people are basically the natives, the rulers in the northern part of Sabah. We are considered the poorest, and they even have foreign ambassadors coming to Sabah to build houses for them. This is such an depicable situation that even foreign ambassadors are coming to Sabah to build houses for them. So, what Indian Sabah is doing, ladies and gentlemen, is to help our people get at least the basic amenity like water, gravity water, and also electricity. And I thank every one of you volunteers and donors who has helped get at least gravity project started in Kampung Saparita in Kota Batu. And I think you can see from the pictures there and from the news there, from the boat, how happy the people are, how confident they are. And one situation where Saudara Limpisya was there to launch it, ladies and gentlemen, one of the leaders of the kampung said to him, Saudara Limpisya, I would like to set up a branch, a DAP branch of Kampung Saparita. So this is the impact of DAP in the native area. And a lot of people say that DAP is a Chinese party, but look at it. There is one assemblyman now. But the impact is that when we are in the village, with all the volunteers doing something for them, they can see that we in DAP are really serious about helping them. We are not just talking, but we are helping them. And this is why we are willing to set up a DAP branch in Kampung Saparita. And ladies and gentlemen, we depend on you. We depend on you because the only way the government, Barisan Nasional Government in Sabah can control Sabah is through the poverty of our native people. And you are helping us. You are helping us with your finance to open up and to make sure that most of these people, you will get the simple amenity like water and electricity, but then, ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of the whole thing. And if we can go to many other villages, which we are going in March, which is Kampung Pangi, we are going to Kampung Pangi soon, and this is the impact, the effect. People will start, people will change that Barisan Nasional is not a party that is only talk and not doing anything for them. But we in Pakatan Rakyat, we in DAP, we are doing something positive. We are making sure that the people change, the people life will change, and they can see that, and I believe they will change this coming 14th general election. The tide will change for Pakatan Rakyat, and when we form the federal government, we know Sabah will be the determinant of this victory in the 14th general election. So, ladies and gentlemen, help us. You want to win Jaya? Help us. Help us in Sabah and Sarawak, to impian Sabah, to impian Sarawak. Because only by helping us, we will tell you that we will help you. Together, we will win Putra Jaya. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again, and happy Chinese New Year.
Very good evening to all our guests here. Tonight's dinner was originally intended to be a Thanksgiving dinner for our volunteers for Impian Sabah and Sarawak. But since we got our Chief Minister of Penang and DAP Secretary General, who has kindly agreed to come down and personally thank these volunteers, we thought that we will sell some tables and raise some money for you guys as well. And hence we have a small cozy dinner with many of you loyal guests who have been extremely supportive of our projects, and we are more than happy here to highlight as well as update some of the progress we have done since launching Impian Sabah and Sarawak sometime in September last year. While waiting for the slides to come out, what I would perhaps give a general reminder, especially for those who did not manage to attend some of our earlier Impian functions. The reason why we have launched Impian in Sabah and Sarawak was because of the initiative by Saudara Malaysia, who saw after the 13 general elections that there is a need for an Impian Malaysia movement. Now, the core essence of the Impian Malaysia movement is so that we can create many agents of change. Agents who want change. Agents who we have seen very, passionate, very committed, very eager to bring change to various parts of Malaysia, to go to areas where change is needed. And among those areas, of course, will be the rural areas in Peninsular Malaysia, and perhaps more significantly, the states of Sabah and Sarawak. And this Impian Malaysia is important because from the result of the last general elections, it is very clear, in order for Pakatan Rakyat to make any further headway towards Putrajaya, there are three core elements that we need to tackle. Number one, we know that we need the rural Malay votes. There's no question about that, and there has to be strategies to tackle them. And it is because of this attempt to bring over the rural Malay votes, we see UMNO today more conservative, more reactionary, and more zealous than ever before. Especially with regards to the three arms that they claim to protect and uphold: religion, race, and royalty. So hence you have got issues of Allah, you have issues of Malay rights, and you have issues of sedition against the royalty by opposition members. But putting the Malay game aside, there's another set of game changer that we can plan for, and that will be the votes in Sabah as well and Sarawak. We have achieved some degree of success in the 13 general elections, but we are far short than what is necessary in order for us to win enough seats in these two states to create or make the difference in Putrajaya. Hence, with Impian Malaysia, we have created the subsidiary programs, Impian Sarawak first, and subsequently launching Impian Sabah in December. So these are the projects we have done. I will take you through some of the projects we have done and completed, tell you about them, and hopefully it will inspire more to come forward, both to donate as well as to volunteer for our many programs. For those who were seated early, you can see that the volunteers have actually put up many pretty pictures on the projects that have been carried out in Sabah and Sarawak. Later when we have time, do browse through them. But over here, I'll just take you through some of the projects that we have carried out in Sabah and Sarawak. Now, we have launched since September 2013, completed 3 projects in Sarawak and 1 project in Sabah. The first project that we did was Kampung Said Bok Ayun in Ulu Bogor, Sarawak. Now you see here, you look at the little tiny bridge, bamboo bridge, where people have to go in and out of that bridge, several of those bridges into that village if you want to get to anywhere close to an urban center. They'll bring their fridge, their television sets, their bikes, whatever thing they carry, the school kids to walk that bridge on a near daily basis. And on the right, on the left, on your right, you will see some of the volunteers of that particular project. Next. What did we do there? We basically, this village did not have water. As many as 30% to 40% of rural Sarawak do not have water supply or constant water supply. This was one of the villages, and what we did was we brought in volunteers go in, work together with the villagers, find the water source, lay cement, create a mini reservoir at the water source to bring water via gravity into the village so that these villagers will be able to enjoy water. Not treated water like us here, but water nevertheless, 24 hours a day in their house. So this is what the volunteers did for over 2 weeks to bring water through mountains, through jungles, into the house of the residents. Okay, this was the launching where I was there together with the DP state chairman, Saudara Chong. But as part of this program, one of the reasons why we are there is not only to do humanitarian work. Of course, that's very important, that's very good. And to me, even if we don't manage political change, the least we can do is make the lives of these villagers much better than it was before. But as part of this campaign, we bring our volunteers there. The volunteers are not politically affiliated, but they stay there for 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks. And with the interaction with the residents, we hope for some, what do you call it, brainwave osmosis, exchange of ideas. Our volunteers will better understand the needs, the fears, trepidation of the residents in Sarawak, in this rural Sarawak, while the people in the villages, many of them who have been supporting Barisan Nasional all these years, despite being marginalized, gets to hear from our volunteers who are maybe from the urban centers in Peninsula, and perhaps in Kuching and Kota Kinabalu, hear from them the difference that Pakatan Rakyat has brought to many of the administrations in the states of Penang, Selangor, and the change that we hope to bring into Sarawak. That was part of the idea of this campaign, to bring our agents of change into these states, and for our leaders, our elected leaders, whether it's myself, Dean, Jun here from KK, or Dr. Aileen Boski, we will go in, we will share, and we will hear them out. So at every of these projects, our leaders will go in, meet the villagers, have town calls with them, hear them out, and hopefully bring further changes to their villages and their neighboring villages along the way over the next 3 years, 5 years before the next general elections. So you can see there in talking to the residents at Kampung Side Ayo. She stayed there for about 3-4 nights, if I'm not wrong, in a place without proper water supply. Next. Okay, the second project we did was in Kampung Civic, Bau Sarawak. Now, this was a very straightforward project. In Sarawak, one of the biggest festival, most important festival for these residents, for the Jaya, for in this case the Bidayus staying in Bau, is the Gawai Festival, which is the harvest festival for them. Now for Gawai Festival, they celebrate it at the Rumah Gawai. And the Rumah Gawai for Kampung Civic is run down, dilapidated, and falling apart. So after being identified as one of the projects that we can carry out, again we brought volunteers in, we worked with the villagers, and we repaired and upgraded the Rumah Gawai so that in the coming year, in June, Rumah Gawai, they will have a brand new, I wouldn't say spanking new place, but a fairly upgraded new place for them to celebrate the most important festival for Dayak in Sarawak. So you can see the picture is not very clear on the bottom right, your bottom right. I was a bit fearful that because they were holding a chicken to few prayers. I was afraid they were going to cut chicken alive. Okay, next. Now in conjunction with this project, in conjunction with the project in Kampung Serikin, at a nearby village, there was a lady, there was a single mother who was abused, who was kicked out of the low-cost flat that she had together with her husband. So she was with children and she had no choice but to stay in the rundown shack like this. So what you see there on the right, on your right, okay, is basically a bedroom, a washing room, a kitchen, a dining room, everything in one shack. So what the volunteers did while they were in Kampung Serikin was actually to help, together with donations from some of the local sponsors in Sarawak, help her build a new home for this single lady. This single mother was very widely publicized in Sarawak. In fact, what has happened was that the state government officials actually went to her, instead of providing her assistance, instead of helping her fight to get back low-cost unit from the husband, the officer just told her, go back to your husband. So obviously she could not move because she was beaten and she had a child. What we can, was to help her build a little new home, and the volunteers did the work. Next slide. And you can see here, this is a new home that the volunteers here built for the children. And this is not the first time the volunteers ever built a house. In 2 weeks. Okay? Next. Now, project number 3 is at Rumah Green Anak Tong. This is an interesting project because we were about to start this project. This project is a long house in basically in Petaling, and there is a water pipe running on the main road approximately 290 meters away from this long house, basically the long house village. But for the past 50 years, they have no water supply. You have the water main running just barely 300 meters away, and this long house for the past 50 years had no water supply at all. So what we did was we decided, okay, let us then supply the pipes. We use the funds raised, buy the pipes, help them install the pipes from the mains to the house, and then help them apply to take the water board for the license and meters in order to have water being supplied to these houses. In the meantime, while they don't have houses but don't have water, they rely on rainwater, or if there is no rain. You see the picture of the ladies there? The ladies by the pond, there's a pond, and the color of the pond is exactly like what you see here. Okay, in the video that we have seen earlier, if you will pay attention, they were also showering themselves with that water, the black color, literally black color water. And that's where they do their dishes, they wash their laundry. In the event, they could not collect enough rainwater. 50 years, no water. Now what has happened, we were about to start. We announced that we wanted to start the project in Petaling. We had the purchase order ready, we were about to transfer the funds to buy the pipe, and suddenly we heard that the Deputy Chief Minister of Sarawak, okay, having heard us doing the first project Kampung site in Ulu, decided, no, DAP cannot do this project. They instructed JKR to go in and do the project. This is his own area, the Deputy Chief Minister's area. Okay? He instructed the JKR to go and do the project. So once we heard that JKR might do the project, we put the project on hold. What we did was that, next slide, our Indian Sarawak team took the Tuai Rumah, the chief, the head village, go and see JKR, confirm, get official letters that the pipes will be done, and within 3 days, JKR completed the pipes connecting to the long house. They did not do until they feel the threat of DAP, Pakatan Rakyat going into the village, then they start doing their work. So we hope that once we announce another 17 projects coming up, please do it before we go and do it. So what we'll do, the water has been supplied, we'll go there after a wild walk, and we'll celebrate with them as part of the Indian Sarawak campaign. So this is at Rumah Green Park, Anak Tong. And the next one, Kampung Samarinda Laut. This is our very first Impian Sabah project. Now in Kampung Site Bok Ayun, which you saw just now, and you will see more later and the rest of the photos. No water, but at least they have facilities. They have some form of water now and then from river sources and so on. If Kampung, compared to Kampung Samarinda Laut, what our volunteers tell us is Kampung Site Bok Ayun is a 4-star resort, this is a 1-star resort. So you can actually get worse than that. Okay? This is a village where you have to drive off-road. After Kota Marudu, drive off-road for about an hour. Okay? Get to the village and then you hit the point where you see the river in front of you and the village across the river. The only way to cross the river, just now you saw Kampung Site has a bridge, here no bridge. Here you just have to wade across the river, which is about knee-high. But when it's a rainy season, it gets dangerous, the water gets fast, it gets to your waist level. They have a dugout canoe, see there bottom right, dugout canoe just me on the boat. Dugout canoe, you get across the river. Okay, so this is the Kampung Samarinda Laut. Now this place, again, there's no water ever. In fact, when our volunteers first went there, our team first went in there to look at the project, we asked them, hey, how come your house no toilet? No toilet. Okay? Don't even have a hole in the ground, no toilet. No water, what kind of toilet? That was a reply. And it makes sense. If you don't have water in the house, what for you have toilet in the house? Okay? There's no toilet, no facilities. Okay? This is one of the houses that are there. And the volunteers, you see this house, there's basically no walls. The volunteers have their sleeping bags and they will line up in a row and sleep in this house. Okay? I did one night here. It was bad enough. Our volunteers spent 2 weeks there. They are here. For the first time in my life, although I grew up in the kampung of Al-Pahat, okay, first time in my life in Sabah, I had to shower or bathe in the river. And the river was just what you saw, you know, brown and every color. I tell you, very good healing properties, a lot of vitamins. See my skin so smooth. Now the work in Kampung Samarinda is not easy. Okay, if you see the pictures here, this is a stream because there's no cracks. We need to build a mini reservoir at a higher ground at one of the streams in order to store and pump water and for the water to drop down to the village via gravity. Okay, so the volunteers need to track up river. If there's no track, then you walk up the river. And not only you walk up the river to build things up there, they carry cement on their back up the river for 2 hours before you reach the water source. 2 hours, boys and girls, this is what they carry on their back up the river to do the mini reservoir in Kampung Samarinda. Okay, you see the people on the right there using the river to build the water. Next slide. Okay. Again, we are there. We have a town hall with the villagers. we made 2 trips, I made intermediate trips, and towards the end, as we launched the project, our Saudara Exam himself, 72 years old, made the trip there to speak to the people of Kampung Samparitas. And this has created a huge impact in Sabah. And I think our Saudara recently, our team just came back from Kampung Samparitas to do a follow-up visit. And when they were there, residents from another kampung walked 4 hours to come and see them. And they stayed overnight there. They came to see them because their kampung also all tidak ada air. In Sabah, the situation is even worse than in Sarawak. More than 40% of rural Sabah do not have clean water. Don't talk about treated lah. Treated langsung tak ada lah. Clean source, spring water, tak ada. Okay? So this was the volunteers in the launching day. Next. This is launching. These are kids playing with the water. Next. Okay? So these are the volunteers of the various projects who have been there. These volunteers don't get funded by you. Whatever you are paying for dinner tonight, whatever is raised from dinner tonight, the money does not go to the volunteers. We do not pay for their flight ticket. We do not pay for their meals. We do not pay for their accommodation. We do not pay for their traveling expenses. These volunteers forked out money from their own pocket to buy all the tickets from here all the way to not only do they have to buy their own ticket, we charge them to go. We charge them anything between 200 to 300 per person to bear incidentals. Basically, to pay money for food, kampung people will cook, to pay for insurance, to pay for traveling, and other incidental expenses that are necessary as part of the campaign, the work to be carried out here. So these people are true-blooded heroes who want to make a difference, who are willing to sacrifice their time, live in these conditions, in order to give pain to these people. So let us all give them a huge round of applause. I stayed in Kampung Samparitas one night. I don't know how many of you can think about staying in a place, no toilet, no showering facility for a week. Now, Kampung Samparitas project was a long project. It was a 3-week project. So we broke it up into 2 portions. The first portion is about 8-9 days. And then the second batch of volunteers go in. Now, some of these crazy people here, after doing the first 7-8 days, came back and then asked to immediately go back again. So that is true dedication from some of them. I said, you sure? No, when my volunteer tells me they want to go back again, you sure? Okay, so these are the volunteers, and let me tell you, the volunteers comprises of all races. They are Malay, they are Chinese, and they are Indian. We don't care what race they are. We want to help people who deserve help in Sabah and Sarawak. Next. Now, here are some upcoming projects I'd like to announce to all of you. The last year was essentially, to a certain extent, we were testing new ground. We were calling for volunteers. Our database has loaded to more than 400 volunteers today who are willing to go. We just need to tell them the date and they will give their time to go. So fantastic, we have 400 plus. We can do more volunteers who want to go, share their experiences. And we have lined up 12 projects in Sarawak and 5 projects in Sabah to carry out over the next 4 months, January to April. They comprise of gravity-feed water systems, economic upliftment programs. We are doing little micro-credit programs to help them earn a living as well. reconstruction of bridges that are falling apart, road access, construction of new jetty for Sumaira South, Cebu. These are the various locations we are looking at: Karat, Lepo, Arudi, Kedong, Sumaira South, Bengkulu, Batu Danau, Pakan, Teradong, Salim Pelaran, Kampung Selami, Kampung Kuala Cebu. I don't know why I'm doing that because most of us here, they are alien places anyway. But I can tell you, we spend right across from Sabah, Sarawak, in the southernmost point near Bau, all the way to Limbang, right next to the Brunei border. So we are covering a huge ground and we are continuously more projects coming in as the news Impian Sabah, Impian Sarawak goes out to the people in the rural areas. 5 projects in Sabah concentrated on Kampung Pani in Kedong, starting in April. So again, it's gravity water. Water seems to be the most important thing. And the best thing about all this, the most important thing about all this is that it is not expensive to do these projects. A cheap project, for example, in Bengkulu, the project that we really did, but because we want to do, the Deputy Chief Minister instructed JPL to do. You know how much it would have cost you, who is funding India Sarawak, to do the project? Less than 10,000 minutes worth of pipes. Less than 10,000 minutes worth of pipes. And yet they didn't do. Kampung Said, how much our first Indian Sarawak project, how much did it cost? Less than 20,000 minutes. Kampung Samparitas Tower, how much did it cost? Just under 25,000 minutes. For as little as 25,000 minutes, we are able to supply water, fresh water 24 hours a day to these people. It is a disgrace. It is a disgrace that our Barisan National elected representatives have not attended to the needs of their people. All these years. In Kampung Samparitas, after we launched the project, after Lim Kay Siang went to Kampung Samparitas to launch the project, who is the MP in Kampung Samparitas? MP of Kota Marudu. Who is the MP? Dr. Maximus Ongkili. You know him? You know him? Now, he's a minister of what? He's a minister, right? He's a minister of what? He's a minister of water and electricity. His own constituency, tak ada water, tak ada electricity. Dr. Maximus Ongkili. And when he found out that DAP launched this project, in Kampung Samparitas, he came out to the papers. You know what he said? Nothing special lah, DAP very rich party, how come only do one kampung? This is coming from a minister and the elected representative of that particular village. And you know what else he said? Yeah, that village very few people want that. So not very important. They said that there's so few people, the end also can do. Then why never do? So that is the question and that is the attitude we have from their elected representative. And it is no wonder Sabah and Sarawak have been neglected by Barisan National all these years. So these are the projects we are doing. We have actually itemized them down on the website. We hope the Barisan National leaders are looking and quickly go and do before we do. Final slide also. Yes.
Good, not bad. Not bad, is it?
So to make this, all these Impian Sabah and Sarawak programs successful, I cannot do it. I cannot be spending all my time in Sabah and Sarawak talking for projects. I'm not sure whether I want to do it. Okay? But we need people to do it. And we have somehow managed to find an amazing team of people now employed at the DAP to basically traverse all around Sabah and Sarawak, going into all the most rural, most inner areas with the least amount of facilities. You can look from some of the pictures here, they can take boats, they have to live in places without electricity, they have to eat whatever they are served to them, they have to walk on broken bridges, they have to survive in the jungles, and And these are the people who are making Indian Sabah and Sarawak successful today. These are no ordinary people. I want to introduce them and get them up on stage. Let me first bring up, this is his name, that's what we call him, Lobak, or Parrot. Parrot Ho. He's running an insurance agency. And when I asked him, you sure you want to do this? Will your income drop? He said, yeah, income will drop, but never mind, do this for a while. It's a low-cost venture. Now he is an actuarist. He makes a lot of money. And he works in Singapore. Yeah, I think the pay is very good, not bad, He gave that up and he's doing this full time now. And you know how much he will pay, We have people working for 2 minutes, cannot be very much. We have Lillian. She's a professional chiropractor. Again, top practice. I don't know whether it's because of midlife crisis. Decided to join us to pursue impian for Sabah and Sarawak. One more person, the team leader of this team, the first who joined us, the first who made this possible, a chemical engineer. Instead of becoming an engineer, well paid, he decided that it's better to traverse the jungles of Borneo. Tamka Lai, this time, please come up. He's also the one who brought this team together. He's also the one who support and extended on the idea of impian Sabah and Sarawak. So while they are on stage, let me introduce perhaps the first video of 2 tonight to share with you some of the work that has been carried out under impian Sabah and Sarawak.
Don't do that.
di mana kita membawa sumber daripada Semenanjung dan juga sumber daripada bagi bawah tanah di Sabah masuk kampung.
Dan penggalan Malaysia pun tidak ada, air pun tidak ada. Ini tanpa sudah berapa lama yang diperintah oleh Barisan Nasional
masalah di sini yang tidak kami dapat dengan apa-apa hubungan dari datum ini sampai sekarang baru sekarang kami dapat sebuah pipe unit karena sumbangan dari JAK.
Ini merupakan satu sejarah baru bagi penduduk kampung Sambarita Laut sejak 50 tahun Malaysia Merdeka.
Hal ini akan berbicara kepada penduduk-penduduk kampung Sambarita Laut dan juga Sabah hari ini. Yang menderita impian Sabah membuktikan diri bukan sahaja pada jalan. Kami akan buat dengan bersungguh-sungguh. Kami akan menunaikan janji-janji kami. Wakil rakyat DAP akan berjanji untuk mendesak kerajaan pasar nasional, negeri dan pusat untuk membantu orang kampung di sini.
Dan kami untuk membukakan sistem akan menjadi kenyataan.
Okay, from this project, I think and I think this ability
realization that we had given the hope to continue on to expand, and they have taught us how to survive in the nature.
Bekerjasama dengan dari berbagai sama-sama India, Sabah, Melayu dan Cina. So diharap dapat berusaha untuk membantu masyarakat orang asli di Sabah, terutama di Sabah.
And we actually brought in volunteers to help build a reservoir in the mountain to bring it down to the villages here. I hope more people will support this project because it's a good project and everybody needs water.
Just for our next generation, Indian South.
Enough of uniform talking. I'd like to hand over to the volunteers themselves to handle the subsequent section. They will tell you from their own mouth their experiences, share with you their pains and joys, and I'll give it to Kalai, the team leader, to take the lead. Kalai.
Thank you for amazing introduction from Tony. So I would like to invite all the volunteers from the stables and another 12 to come up on stage now with me. Please come up. So these are the volunteers that have laid bricks, that have laid pipes, that have mixed cement using tarpaulin because there's no cement mixer. So they have used their personal hand they use their own hand to actually move the cup to mix the cement. So these sign up. So she will share more about you. She will share a bit in English, a bit of Chinese, so I hope you all can understand now. So I'll leave us a bit to her.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I can't hear you right now. Okay. 我总共进去港工3次了。其实呢，我是觉得在港工里面的生活是比在城市还要快乐的。我最后一次回去呢，是在外面只是筹了一些钱，买了一个 engine， 还有一个 perahu 回去给他们。因为在我第2次要出来的时候，现在是科技暑假，所以他们的河水涨得很高，我无法出村，而且 off-road 的情况也很危险，所以呢。我记得有一天我在小孩子画期待其他产业的时候，有一个6岁的小朋友就跟我说，他的期待其他是要买一架普拉布，一个有 engine 的普拉布。我才知道原来一个有 engine 的普拉布对他们而言是非常的重要的，因为他们可以坐这个普拉布到村下面的一个学校去上课。如果下雨的时候呢，就会被困在山里面。我的雇主呢，曾经就有他的孩子就是这样子生病然后去世了，就是因为下雨天，然后河水涨得很高，然后无法出去，而且，我觉得我们城市人跟村里面的人，我们之间的gap太大了。我们之前每次都在怪罪他们为什么每一次都要EVM，而不是想一想怎样可以改善自己的生活。直到我进去了里面过后，我才发现到一个3餐都无法温饱的，然后每天在烦着今天下午该吃什么，明天应该吃什么，效率对他们而言已经是多余的了，更何况是国内的东西，他们根本不会从这个角度去思考，他们应该为自己争取一点什么。他们的生活非常简单，也非常的单纯，所以我们进到去里面的时候，其实他们是非常欢迎我们的，他们也非常的喜欢外面的城市了。我不知道为什么马来西亚有那么多的人口，为什么没有多一点的人愿意花多一点的时间在他们身上，给予他们多一点点的温暖。其实他们是很容易就可以appreciate我们所给予他们的东西的。而且我希望有钱的出钱，有力的出力，可以多一点参与他们的话，你会发现到原来生活是非常简单，很简单就可以很幸福很快乐，就好像他们生活在这样子的一个环境之下，也可以还是慢慢的快乐生活下去。谢谢。
After the project and fundraise among her friends to raise almost about 7,000 to 8,000 ringgit just to get the engine, and she sent it just last week to the villages now, so that now they can move to hospital. Let me welcome another person from a project that you have seen on building the Rumah Gawai in Kampung Civic, Jaya. Alright, yes, my name is Chinwei. I'm from Penang. I've been told that I suffer from this condition called meningitis. Yeah, it's basically a disease suffered by Penangites who have been away from their home state for far too long, which is 3 months for me. Alright, back to the story. Basically, I'm one of the 13 volunteers for the second batch of the Impian Sarawak project, which was in Kampung Serigit, as you saw just now. The refurbishment of Rumah Gawai, as well as the building of a small house, to replace the hut of a single disadvantaged mother in the area of Bau. Now, I've always believed that volunteerism is 3 ways. As much as we give, we receive as well. So, and just a little bit of sharing. If they mentioned earlier that Kampung, the first one, Kampung Syed, is a 4-star resort, and Samparica was a 1-star resort. Ours was a Shangri-La. because we had proper roads in and we had water supply, we had flushing toilets, and we had electricity, yeah. But nevertheless, no matter what the conditions were, I believe I speak on behalf of many volunteers here. It has been an honor getting to know you guys. We go for the reason of wanting to make a change for the better. We're not that old. We're not old at all. Yeah. But in whatever ways that we could contribute, we did so, and I'm proud that we took that first step. And I hope this is very encouraging to see so many people coming to this fundraising dinner, and I do hope that the support will continue because we need to make that change. We need to stand in the gap. We need to take that step towards a better tomorrow, and it starts now. Thank you. So we've done a couple of projects, and I'll invite two other persons right here to speak about their experience in Sarawak as a volunteer, as a Dubai agent in Sarawak. Michelle and introduce.
Hello everyone. Good evening to all of you. My name is Michelle, and I'm one of the representatives that represents Kampong Sapit on the Events project. Okay, what I would like to share today is I myself actually came from a very ordinary family background where I don't have direct relationship with politics. I don't have relatives or friends that are connected to politics. So since I was young, I really there wasn't much interest in politics. All of these people like that. And until I get a chance to participate in this Events project, and I realized that what I actually feel back then is because I don't feel that I am an important person. I feel that I'm a no one, I'm not in a position to be able to help the country. I just feel that I'm just an ordinary person. So until I actually participated in this Events project, I realized that I can actually bring a change to the country by just participating. During the 4 days of staying in Kampong Sapit, besides helping them to build the facilities in there, I actually find to talk to the people there, and they told me that they do not have the opportunity to read the newspaper. And we actually can read the newspaper every day in the morning on the table itself. You know how they're going to read newspaper? They have to walk to the river and across the river. By then they need to pay to board across the river and need to walk to the shop and buy the newspaper. That's how hard for them to read the newspaper. So you cannot imagine how they don't know what's happening outside the world. They don't know what's happening in reality. They don't know who is the bad guy, who is the good guy. And so and then when they told me that, and I realized that, I am here not only to be a normal volunteer to help them to build the facilities and that, we are also actually a messenger. We are the people that we are the people that to be there to tell them what is the truth. Who are the people that are genuinely cares for their need? Who are the people that genuinely care for their future? And I always believe that no act of kindness, however small, is ever wasted. So I may not be able to help the politician to fight for the country or to do whatever big things there, because I know I'm not a high position right now, but I can help to bring the truth to the people in there, to tell them who are the people that cares for their needs, care for their future, and want to bring a change for the country. So I would like to thank the Events for giving me a chance to share on the stage. And I believe, everyone right here, I would like to encourage all of you here that all of you, each of every one of you have the power to change the country. And if every one of you have if you just make a small act of kindness, like just participating in this kind of project, I'm sure the next general election will be another history change in Malaysia.
see it, but this is what's really happening. We bring in news, we bring in changes, we bring in stories about how we're doing here, you know, how Sarawak State is doing and all these things. These are the stories and the news that we bring into the villages. Let me get the next person on stage, Catherine.
Hi everyone, good evening. For me, I'm born and bred in KL, grew up in KL, school in KL, pretty much am a KLite. So one of the biggest challenges was to actually go to Sarawak because it's my first time in Sarawak when I went for the Impian Sarawak project. So I told myself, I'm going to go with an open mind, open heart, and I'm going to embrace whatever comes my way because I had no idea what's going on there. And I think the one thing that was most significant to me is when I landed in Tulu, I grabbed my friend next to me and I said, you know what, I feel very overwhelmed emotionally. And she's like, why, you're just sitting in the van, is it the aircon? It's not cold enough. I said, no. It's because I can actually sense and feel that Sabah and Sarawak, particularly Sarawak because I was in there, that it's such a land of great opportunity, but I feel it's been underutilized, it's been, been used for the wrong purposes. People are milking it for the wrong reasons and stuff, and I feel that there's so much room for change there. And I felt so overwhelmed by it that I'm actually there making a change. And someone really influential in my life said something like this, that, you know, it's all good and I'm really glad that all the tables are filled and everyone's supporting it financially and stuff, and we believe that Sabah and Sarawak is going to change. But nothing beats going to your place yourself as well. You've been funding Sarawak and Sarawak. I really encourage you because I'm from Semenanjung and I've been telling all my friends in Semenanjung that you gotta go for this project. You gotta go Sabah yourself, you gotta go Sarawak yourself and see and hear the people out. It's so different than just writing a check, and writing checks are good. Do write some checks tonight if you feel so, okay? But nothing really keeps going there yourself. I mean, it's a totally personal experience because the people there are so appreciative, and I think all they want is someone to actually sit next to them in the ruai and hear them talk about their daily lives, their needs, and have someone to actually hear from the heart, rather than some distant government officials saying that we promise to bring you your pain for your buildings, but it never comes, and agents of change have to come from another party and stuff like that. And I really want to encourage that all those who are seated here, I mean, I'm telling myself that this year, I want to be able to make it for the other projects as much as I can, or raise funds or generate interest on Facebook, on my blog, or anywhere else, because I think that Sabah and Sarawak is ripe for change. And I guess if you think that you're just a small drop in the ocean, but you know an ocean never starts without a single drop as well. So each and every person here, you're the candle that lights the darkness. So yeah, thank you.
I went to Kampung Samarita Tower in Sabah for the first phase. Truth be told, I need to tell you this upfront that I've been bitten and I don't think I will recover. I've been bitten by the Samarita insect. Wherever I go, the only thing that I can talk to them or relate to them is, you know, in the kampung, we didn't do it this way. You know, in the kampung, we wash it in the river. Okay? So, to me, this is an experience that I'm humbled with. To me, I learned so much more, and I do not know whether I gave that much to the kampung people. Because to me, they gave me friendship, they opened their house, they gave me comfort, they gave me place to stay, they cooked for me, and they taught me how to do a lot of things that I never did before. So, there I was thinking, yeah, I'm going out there to help people. Yeah, I'm going to get them better. Little did I know that they were going to help me more. To me, India, this whole India team, it creates a rippling effect. Now I go back, I think that I cannot
not stop here. It's not just 1 week. I have to go on. I have to see what else can I do. So it probably not be in Impian Sabah. It might be for the homeless or for other people. But this is not the end. And I think more, as much as Sabah people benefit from it, all the volunteers benefit from it too. So we learn a lot, and they learn, and I guess if it's a win-win situation, why stop? So please support this thing and keep it going.
Thank you very much. Okay, so many sharing stories. If you want to join us, if you want your children to join us, if you want to tell other friends to join us, please log on to impiansarawak.com. Go to click on volunteer. You will find a list of details. You can sign up there. Join us. We are having 17 projects February, March, April. Please join us and thank you.
everyone see from Sabah and all our colleagues who are gathered here today. Of course, we want to celebrate volunteers for India and Sabah and India and Sarawak. Let's give them another round of applause. I feel very moved as well as inspired by the example shown by these young Malaysians. And I think by the means of their example, their willingness to not just spend money, but spend time putting themselves at all sorts of inconvenience just to help some stranger. I think that is something incredibly wonderful. It gives us hope. It gives us hope for tomorrow. It gives us hope for a better future. It gives us hope that Malaysia indeed can do better. You know, they are supposed to say that help the stranger. As all in service. But then tonight we see young Malaysians helping strangers. And then crossing the South China Sea to help strangers. And some of them, I was told, when they went there, they even were bitten by Aedes mosquitoes. And I had to spend a Z and had to give him another round of applause. Not only is he a Uber warrior, he is a dengue survivor. Malaria also. Not dengue, malaria. Okay, sorry, I got the wrong disease. So not only is he a Uber warrior, he is a malaria survivor. And despite spending 3 days in the hospital, upon recovery, immediately he went back for more. He came to release another bout of malaria. I think all because he wanted to make a small difference. And then sometimes, when you see these video clips, when you see them speaking from their hearts, it can almost bring tears to your eyes. Because we see the idealism of these young people, Malays, Chinese, Indians, Kazakhs, all wanting to make life a little better for our brothers and sisters in the kampungs and villages of Sabah and Sarawak. I salute our Uba warriors. I salute our Uba warriors as an example for all Malaysians that one person can indeed make a difference. And when you talk about making a difference, that has the greatest meaning when you can allow one individual to live with dignity. And even though it may be just water, even though it may be just electricity, I think our Uba warriors have allowed our brothers and sisters who they have touched in Sabah and Sarawak to live with dignity. So after saying all that, you all must give more money now. And you can see that they want to go back for more. They want to do more. Which only shows how much more there is to be done. You know, we look at water, electricity. Of course, it has a very great impact on their lives. But that's only one small factor in the many problems that
Sabah and Sarawak faces. We have a host of other problems. And I will be the first to admit that we cannot solve all of them. At least we provide them with water. At least we try to provide them with electricity, which the government there had failed to do so for the last 50 years. But if we, when we are not in power, if we can go all the way across the South China Sea to give them water and electricity, which their government had failed to do, just imagine what we can do for them if we are the government. Our Kuba warriors, the young Malaysians from Peninsular Malaysia, are the pioneers. And it is up to us to follow in their trailblazing path, to make sure that the efforts are not wasted, that we can bring that change, little change, even though just water and electricity to the lives of ordinary kampung folk. If we can take the path that they have blazed forward, I'm sure if or when we win power in Sabah, Sarawak or Putrajaya, we will make Sabah and Sarawak shake like they have never shaken before. So today is just not a celebration of the idealism of our young Malaysians. Today is also a celebration of hope that indeed we can bring change, even though we are not in power. But if we can secure and win power, I think this will have an enormous and earth-shaking impact. So I want to thank again our Kuba warriors for the change they are bringing to our Malaysian brothers and sisters in the hinterlands of Sabah and Sarawak. I salute all of you. My friends, you can see our young people today talking about, not only talking about, but acting out the change. And of course, that brings our next question. They are bringing out the change, but has Pakatan Rakyat changed? Has Pakatan Rakyat changed? Because I'm sure this is the question on the lips of some over the events that have happened recently. Has Pakatan Rakyat changed? I want to assure every one of you, we have not changed. We want to bring change, and we shall bring change. The greatest problem we face now, especially for ordinary Malaysians, is the escalating, ever rising hike in prices. Sugar, petrol, power tariffs, highways, police. And there is no concrete response to help those who are most affected by the price hikes. What the government has proposed is that you have to live with it, you have to bear with it. And we all know that these price hikes are unnecessary. They are unnecessary because if the government addresses corruption, abuse of power, I think we do not need to not only face such price hikes, perhaps we can even mitigate the price hikes. And instead of addressing The problem, they are making problems worse. No concrete action has been taken against corruption. Abuse of power continues. And most important of all, because they cannot find a solution to the problem that they created, they try to distract attention away by playing the violence of religious hatred and racial extremism. Tonight, the Uba warriors have put Barisan National to shame. Tonight, the Uba warriors have shown that they want and can do it. When you talk about price hikes, in Penang, unlike Barisan National, we are proud of our record. We did not increase assessment rates. We did not increase big rent. We did not increase business license fees. We did not increase water tariff. We did not increase all the service charges that is under the control of the Penang State Government. Of course, we were under great pressure. Local authorities, we said, wow, very long never increase. 15 years already. How to sustain? I said, if you can still sustain, sustain lah. After all, we have got surpluses every year, isn't it? They say yes, you got surpluses every year. Like you go and build roads lah, you go and help the poor lah, you go and build green parks lah. Not very much money left. I said if you got still some money left, you can hang on, we hang on lah. Yeah. And we hang on. We hang on. We are proud that we can. No increase in any service charges by the Penang State Government. Our water tariffs are still the lowest in the country. We can increase double, still the lowest. You know how much we charge? 31 cents. You increase double, 62 cents, still the lowest in Malaysia. We resisted the temptation. We did not increase our water tariff. Johor almost 1 ringgit home. In Penang, 31 cents. Maybe that's why our water consumption the highest in Malaysia. Water so cheap, they think water free, simply waste water. We have our consumption rate double the national average. I also feel shy. I always say we want Penang to be number one. Number one in wasting water. Very shy. Why? Because when water is cheap, people don't value it, it is wasted. But we wanted to at least hang on by not increasing water tariff. Of course, after seeing all the price hikes, this year, everything go up, wow, our cost also increase. I don't know how long we can sustain. But at least we are going to bear and grit our teeth for at least 1 year. 1 year, no increase lah. Tahun depan baru belakang kira lah. And I think this is a secondary lesson. This is something that we can tell Barisan National. If, despite our limited revenue base, we can do it in Penang, why can't you do it in the federal government? And how do we do it? As I said, how do we get surpluses when they were deficits before? How do we reduce our debt? How do we increase our assets? I think it is a very simple, nothing magical, nothing secret, just adopting integrity measures. Simple steps like open competitive tenders. Simple steps like public declaration of assets by chief ministers and those holding public office. Simple steps like full disclosure of government contracts with the private sector. Simple steps like no business dealings between family members of leaders and the government. Simple steps like protecting whistleblowers. We protect whistleblowers. Yeah, we do. And of course, we also publicize our donations. Political donations, we make it public. After you all donate, we will announce afterwards how much donated. And it will go into the account. So don't embarrass us, the donation amount not too little. Otherwise, you want to get announcing only part Chai. We already expected so much, hoping to give a boost. You know, our Uber warriors, they are paying their own way. But if you can give them the support with a big check, I think that validates and that reinforces and that shows that their effort has paid off. Yep. Can or not? Can or not? Yes. That's good. Let's see afterwards. But again, as I've said just now, we have not changed. We have remained the same, steadfast in fighting for the rights of every Malaysian. In contrast, Barisan Nasional has unfortunately also not changed. They still are up to their own tricks. They still condone corruption and abuse of power. Today, I just read a shocking Bernama report. I don't know whether you saw it on the internet. Ahmad Zahid Abidi, Minister of Home Affairs, what he said? To fight price rises, I will ask the police to go and check the traders and the marketplace. Wow, I said, what is the police going to do with it? No, you check them whether they simply raise prices or not. Is that the job of the policeman? Policemen now check price rises. Policemen now will come in out to catch criminals. Is that cash? Berapa harga ini? Ini mahal sangat. What is going on? What is going on? Policemen now become price checkers. Something is wrong, isn't it? I thought that the policemen are now overstretched. Crime is rising. Is crime rising in Malaysia? Is crime getting worse and worse? Yeah. Everybody say yes. Only government say no. Because crime under control, police can have time to go and check prices. And then maybe go and catch those who increase prices. Wow. Now criminals should be very happy, you know. Because the police are not there to take cash them, take cash those who raise prices. Now what nonsense is this? Address the problem. Address the root cause. The cause of prices are not the traders and businessmen. The cause of prices is because Barisan Nasional increased the price of petrol, sugar, alcohol, and PNB power drinks. Yes. To address that, to solve the problem now, when you get policemen to go and check. You address that, policemen can go and catch thieves, go and catch criminals. This is what they should do. You see crime happening every day. Now, in Grand Valley, it was very, very risky because of the prevalence of crime. And I think the people want to see results. And now with the Home Minister asking for police to become price checkers, I don't know how crime will be controlled. Likely crime will become worse and worse. So we can see that Barisan Nasional has not changed. They continue to abuse of power, continue to try to distract attention, and you know, I'm sure they are doing the same in Selangor. In Penang, they go to overdrive. Making racial and religious provocations, beating up people to the extent They even beat up a senior government servant, a senior Malay government servant, carrying out his duty and surrounded by police officers also can get beaten up. And that is the type of racial and religious provocation that they are playing. I don't know whether we can show some case to see the type of extremism that they are demonstrating. They are the opposition in Penang, so they want to do the worst. Tony, is that possible? That's good. Somewhere else. Can that be done? They're checking the prices. So I just want to show you some pictures, not a video clip. Just some pictures. One very important picture. And that picture showed the extent that UMNO will do in Penang to play racial hatred, religious extremism, just to distract attention from their failure to check prices. Not this one, another one. Another one. This is the picture I want you to see. And this was taken by the staff. You see this man in blue about to deliver a punch on the senior assistant district officer, number 2 in the district office. Deliver a punch, and you see who is this gentleman here? Who is this gentleman here? Police. This is not policeman, this is price checker. And there's no policeman over 35 policemen around him. This guy can come up, whack him. And then was he arrested or not? No, why? Because he was supervisor. That is the type of racial provocation that we even Malay senior officers protected by policemen also not safe. Who can be safe? Just think about this. If even a senior Malay government officer also not safe, even though he's surrounded by policemen, 35 of them, who can be safe? And this is the first time in Malaysian history, my friends, this has happened. Never before has a senior government officer surrounded by so many policemen still can get beaten up in front of the policemen, and the assailant was not arrested. When I heard that, I was furious. I called up the CPO. He didn't know about this, and he knew about it. He promised he would take action, and he did take action. Finally, the price checker became the policeman. 7 were immediately arrested and put in a remand lockup. As you can see, policeman beside, he can still hit, he can still beat up people without fear of action being taken. And this is very sad. This is a time of racial provocation. Malay civil servant also they flash up. Everybody also they say is open, is gay. So what do we do then? When they are going to that level to try to divide the people, and I can assure you, of course, we know that the people are not so easily deceived. They are not so easily deceived, especially in Penang. Yesterday, I attended a football game in Penang, playing our first Premier League game against Sabah at the City Stadium. Majority Malays. Everybody happy. Nobody was booing. Everybody was cheering. Of course, Penang won 3-1 against Sabah. But you don't see the tension there. You see everybody cheering for football. And on the other side of the coin, these are the racial provocateurs. These are those who are trying to disrupt harmony. Why? Because they know they can get off scot-free. Now what do? Do we fight fire with fire?
No.
Can we fight fire with fire or not?
No. Yes.
Yes or no? Bear in mind, we are the state government in Penang, no. We are not opposition, no. We are the state government in Penang. And when you are the state government in Penang, you must ensure one of your fundamental duties: peace, stability, security. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
If a government cannot ensure that, won't be government now.
Yes.
And the government be demonstrating all the time now.
No.
You know what happened to India? Government become demonstrator habis. The whole system breaks down. Agree or not?
Yes.
Agree or not?
Yes.
So when you are the government, your fundamental duty is peace, security and stability. What do? Do you fight fire with fire? You cannot. When these are the people trying to disrupt harmony that they have worked assiduously to preserve, what do? You cannot fight fire with fire. As what Mahatma Gandhi said. You know what Mahatma Gandhi said? If we adopt an approach, an eye for an eye, in the end, the whole world will be blind. Yes or no?
Yes.
So that is why it is important that wherever necessary, we have, without bowing down to these extremists, but sometimes we have to take one step back so that we can move 2 steps forward. We do not negotiate with extremists, but we will not fight fire with fire. We will not bow down to them, but we will not take provocative acts. Because we do not want to disrupt the peace and harmony. I think this is what we are trying to do. Desperately, you know. Yesterday they want to provoke someone. Provoke what? They say, send a memorandum. One Penang state government to ban open selling of pork. Pork cannot be openly sold in Penang. What is going on, man? Pork cannot be sold, they say. But in Kelantan can be sold. In Kelantan, pork is openly sold. You all know, no?
Yes.
Hang up right beside the Malay Muslim trader, no problem. But in Penang, no problem. These are the provocative acts that are trying to do. We are asking our people to stay calm, just ignore them, because they want to provoke a reaction so that an incident can play out. And that is why we decided we will not fight fire with fire. Our main duty is peace, security and stability. We will restrain ourselves. We will restrain ourselves because we believe in the decency and common sense of our Malaysian brothers and sisters. Malay, Chinese and Indians is not a problem for the Malay, Chinese and Indians in Penang. Only problem for UMNO.
Yes.
So I think very important lesson. Never trust UMNO. Never stand together with them. You stand together with them, so die one. And this is so clearly demonstrated. Now, I want to thank again everyone for coming here. Teresa Tong has just arrived. Let's give her one of the most hardworking fundraisers for Indian Sabah and Sarawak. Let's give her a round of applause. I was telling Tony that perhaps instead of hearing just only from the leaders, we have a bit of a Q&A session. You agree? In case you want to ask any questions, this will be an open free for all. Okay?
Yep. Okay.
I'll leave it to Sarah, is it? Thank you.